are live. Wagwan people, welcome back to the Hotspur Cave. London Penitentiary. This is the series. This is the name of this series with me and Max now. London Penitentiary. You're talking to the two govs of the penitentiary right now, the governors. So, hello, governor. Good day and all of them things. Smash a like, subscribe to Mike's. His link is in the title as well, and it's pinned in the chat. So you ain't got no excuses. Mike, what you saying, my brother?
Yeah, man. Happy to be back on, man. This is trenches talk, bruv. This is penitentiary. This is everything, bruv. This is the struggle. This is the mud. Just happy to be here, man. Just happy to be here. Just surviving, man. Lucky. I still have a hairline. That's the thing. Like West Ham are trying their best, but I still have a hairline. That's all I got. That's all I got left, bruv.
That's all I've got left. That's all they're clinging to at this point. Nah, I hear it, man. Listen, we won 3-1 on the weekend, yeah? And it just didn't mean shit. Like, no one cared. No one cared. Obviously, the chat's cooking me for being late. I apologize, people. But you should know, I'm always late. Do you get it? I'm always late. It's not on purpose. But we got some stuff to get through this week, man. You know what I'm saying? Liverpool dropping points. Arsenal fumbling the bag against Everton. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy because in one of my streams, we was talking about that in Jai, brother. And he's the one who sunk Arsenal's ship. See what I'm saying? No matter what happens, yeah, they're just unfortunate. Because whenever Liverpool drop points, they never capitalize. It's so unfortunate, bro. It's dark,
that's why we got to pray for Madrid, man. We got to pray for Madrid.
Hey, listen, hashtag pray for Madrid in the chat. You know what I mean? We got a lot to get through. But I think it's only right we start with Liverpool, yeah? Because, bro, my manager, Marco Silva, my manager, putting the works on Arne Slot. What the hell happened? They just capitulated. They just imploded. Max, did you get to watch the game? I was watching it at the Tottenham Stadium.
Oh, fair.
On my phone, and I was just like, oh my God. I see one going, two going. Now I was like, nah, there's no way. There's no way, bro.
I'm convinced that like Calvin Bassey and Iwobi just like they're like, I want something good for my snap today. So they just rise it. Like that's the thing with them. Like they perform so bad in the FA Cup, perform so bad against Arsenal, and then they all of a sudden they just become Fulham again. This is what the whole like top four race and European race has been like. None of these men are consistent. I think Liverpool are just too drained now. You know, like the problem is if this league was any good, them not buying anyone in January would have come back to haunt them if City were on job, and if Arsenal had any sort of brain cells, because like they would have been third by now. Like they would have been, but this is the thing: no one on the league is on anything. So they already know they're going to win the league because they know Arsenal are useless. You got more chance of Arsenal dropping points in every game than you got of Liverpool dropping points to then lose the league because listen, they're like 9 points ahead or whatever. They're not going to lose 3 in a row. They've got West Ham United next as well, so that's another win. That's another win for them. So West Ham at Anfield, like don't bet on if you guys want peas, just don't bet on West Ham to get anything from that. I beg. And you learn that from me. But knowing them, they'll go and beat us next week. But it kind of doesn't matter. They're playing Curtis Jones right back. Trent is still I don't know, he's injured. He's getting prepared for that booing once he comes back to Anfield, bro. After the whole Madrid talk and that. I just, even though they're going to win the league, it doesn't feel like there's a good atmosphere. That's not a watch, you know. My friends got me a West Ham watch last year. And with the way West Ham have been playing throughout my years, I should smash it in front of them. Honestly, I should smash it. But anyway, that's the thing with Liverpool. Yeah, it's like it feels like the mood is not good, even though they're about to win the league. It's like they just want to get to the end of the season so they can finally celebrate something because they lost the Carabao Cup final, and the FA Cup to Plymouth, out to PSG and all that, and it feels like that's taken a bit of a toll on them.
Yeah,
but at the same time, you're about to win the league, bro.
Something, man. That Plymouth game started a bad run of form.
Yeah, and they rotated that as well. They rotated then. So there was
no Salah. What's going on with Mo Salah, man? Because he went missing again. And it's funny because he always does it. Yeah, when I have him to have a shot on target, you know what I'm saying? When I have Salah to have a shot on target, the brother don't know where the back of the net is. Do you know what I'm saying? Last time he got a penalty and missed, I was, bro. I don't know, man. Do you think in the back of his head he's probably checked out as well?
I think
dropping out of the Champions League probably knocked his confidence, man. He
I
wanted
think that's killed him. That's killed him. Bro was crying on the pitch, crying like a little baby on the pitch because he wanted to win the Champions League. I hear it, but if you were crying that bad, why didn't you put that effort into the match? Got pocketed by Nuno Mendes twice. And listen, Anthony Robinson ain't no joke. Don't get me wrong, he ain't. He ain't a joke. He ain't a joke of a left back. That he can lock up a few wingers. Don't get me wrong, but at the same time, like I feel like he's played so many games now at his age that steroids are not in anymore. So it's like they've just worn off. So he kind of just has to like train himself up to the rest of the season. Yeah, like the Ozempic has fallen off. Like for me with Salah, like I feel like he just wants his P's. He wants his money from the contract. I think he of all people wants the situation at Liverpool to be settled more than anyone. I feel like he looks the most unsettled out of everyone when it comes to that contract situation. I'll be real. And for me, like I think they just need to get to the end of the season. They're just sleepwalking and they become so complacent, like because Arsenal are that useless that they're just sleepwalking to the league. Like to be fair to them, I know they're drawn a lot, but it's only their second loss in the Prem this season. It's just because the losses have come so much in a row over the past couple of months there. It looks worse than it actually is. But at the end of the day, winning the league is also a great season. But winning the league with your manager's first season, I think the last person to do that was Conte with Chelsea. So you got to give him credit for that.
Yeah, my gaffer Conte. Listen, I miss that guy, man. I miss Conte, bro.
20 years and no trophy.
20 years, there's the honor, and they never won something. The club pay us a lot of money. They play the fans pay a lot of money. I need to see the fire in the eyes. You know what I'm saying?
To see the aggressivity. I need to see. You love saying aggressivity. I need to see the aggressivity. He always said that in every interview. Every interview that I see, aggressivity. I need to see it.
Well, Napoli are currently slapping up Bologna right now.
Oh shit!
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's getting spicy over in Italy, man. But yeah, I can't lie. Listen, man, I was shocked. You know what I'm saying? I was shocked. I saw a video on Twitter. Yeah, this brother was making these girls say up the Fulham and that. But
I saw that. What the fuck was that, bro? Bro, that was like Posty and from GRO where he's like say East London and all that. Like, bro, do you remember that video, bro? That's like that one. Bro, said say East London.
Man.
Stay up the Fulham.
I can't lie, yeah. I'll be honest. That was someone's bird. Like, she was cheating. That video, I'm sorry, yeah. The only way you could get a female to say that, yeah, is if she's not your bird, bro.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying?
If that's your girl, she's not saying that. She's laughing, bro.
Imagine someone sat there, her boyfriend sat there. He's a Liverpool fan, and he's just hearing that. And he knows her voice. He knows her voice, bro.
Say up the Fulham. Go on, then.
Up the Fulham. Nah,
you think I can? You think I'm piping? If I'm piping, I'm not getting a girl to say, "Come on, you Lions." Like, I'm not doing that. I'm sorry, I'm not.
Yeah, man, I'm sorry. That will just kill the whole vibe.
Like as you said, that's not going to be your girl. Because if that was your girl, she would just start laughing.
Bro, she'd start cackling, or she'd say, "Shut up."
Yeah, just like what? Like, why are you bringing football into
what? What are you talking about? No, fam.
That ain't happening.
Up the
Fulham,
bro.
you know.
Like,
she was
saying
cheating.
that shit.
Yeah, her boyfriend was like a QPR fan or some shit, like one of their rivals. Like she just wanted to get back, and bro filmed it as well. He filmed it.
Oh my god!
How has that ended up on the internet? That's what I don't get when I see these things out of context. How does that end up on the internet?
That's a great question. How has that somehow ended up on the blood clot internet?
That was the first time that I'm seeing that as well, because I feel like that it's just like so much meme material as well. That must have been like a recent clip. So some woman was getting dicked down recently, and they were saying up the Fulham, because otherwise that should have been the old meme a long time ago. You can't be getting dicked down saying up the Fulham, bro.
Yeah, I can't lie. That video was shocking. I was so disappointed to hear that, man. You know what I'm saying? That I just knew straight away that's someone's bird. But on moving away from Liverpool, yeah. And while I quickly run toilet, I'm gonna leave the floor with you with this, yeah. That Manchester derby, bro.
Oh my god.
That Manchester derby. Listen, I don't want to hear no United fan talk shit to me ever again, bro. That Manchester derby absolutely stunk. That
Oh,
derby smelt like absolute shit, fam. What was that?
bro.
What was that? I've never seen a derby look like a training match, and they still couldn't score. What you
Oh, bro, that was the
saying, bro?
worst.
Chat to
That
them,
was the
man.
worst derby I've ever seen in my life. Low key, that might be up there with one of the worst Premier League matches I've watched. Not even just like Big Six clashes. I'll be real, because for some reason I chose to watch Chelsea Brentford over Fulham Liverpool because I thought Chelsea have something to play for. Fulham Liverpool, cool. Fulham have top four, but Liverpool have already won the league. So I'm like, there's no point in me watching Liverpool like that. So I chose to watch Chelsea Brentford and then watch the Fulham Liverpool highlights after. And then I turned the Manchester Derby on, and then I just realized I want my Sunday back. I just watched 2-0 in a row. Like, why? Why did I do that to myself? Like, the truth is, I knew with those lineups that was going to be a hard watch anyway. There was no like pace, no ability, uh, no technique from the Manchester City players because like there's no wingers on the pitch. I'm seeing Foden, De Bruyne, Bernardo Silva. Who, by the way, I washed Bernardo Silva, a shit Phil Foden, I washed Kevin De Bruyne, a shit Kovacic, and a washed Gundogan. All play behind Marmoush, who's the only one with any like dynamism and technique and pace. Well, that's going to use that technique properly anyway, because they all have technique, but you know what I mean. The one that's actually effective with their technique. And I'm watching just one player running behind and five players pass side to side. And then I'm seeing Mateus Nunes at right back, called Nico O'Reilly at left back. I don't know if he's played there before, but listen, he looks like a good player and all that. But if it wasn't for Ruben Diaz, Man United probably should have won that game. And you got to look at it from both from both sides. Excuse me. That both teams are way below their standards, yeah. So you're kind of looking at the other teams and kind of pepper them when they get the chance, but neither team could do that. That's how bad they've been. I've had more entertainment watching Baller League today, watching fucking Ian Bright, Santan Dave, Angry Gingers managers, and Luis Figo as managers, Mini Minter as managers. Like I've had more entertainment from Baller League than than the whole Premier League weekend. How can I have more entertainment from some YouTuber rapper six aside nonsense here, which is actually quite good, than Premier League? I watched the early kickoff at the pub. I went to the West
Mm.
Ham game. I got back home from Villa Forest for the second half. That was the game I missed the first half, and that actually looked like a good game. And then I'll
Yeah,
go tomorrow and watch 2-0. Like that was like watching two CPU teams on FIFA, bruv, playing against each other. Like no one's got a controller. You're sitting watching two robots play against each other on FIFA. Like I want my money back, and I didn't even pay for that. I want
bro.
my money back. Like I can't lie,
United had 2 shots on target.
bro.
It,
Like they get into good opportunities, and they're somehow like blazing it over the bar. Yeah, and I've never come back from a Manchester derby and had no talking points. Like I've seen 0-0s before, but I've never like come from a derby and think, oh, I've got no talking points from this game. Like what do you mean? Like what do you mean? Big
big
up
up,
Musty every single time.
big up,
Like
Musty.
how can you have no talking points from Manchester derby? I think Aaron Lennon, funny enough, he said it on Twitter. He was like, "Derbies are dead now in the Prem. Derbies are
They
dead.
are.
They're
Yeah, no,
fucking
they
dead,
are.
bro."
That's what I was gonna ask you actually. Like, this season might be one of the worst Premier League seasons I've seen for a very long time. Like,
I think it's the
I know
worst.
Liverpool fans will hear me say that and think, oh, and
Mm.
Newcastle fans will hear me say that and say, oh, but you're discrediting us. We won this and da, da, da. Fair enough. Look, I hear it in it, but just in terms of the quality of some of the games, like, has there actually been an exciting game this season where you're like, oh, like, what's the
Nah,
most exciting game this season you've watched? Because for me, I can't think. I'm struggling to think. It was probably, I don't know. I can't think.
most of the good games have been from Bournemouth and Forest. I'll be real. Other than
Yeah.
that, I ain't enjoyed shit. I ain't enjoyed
No,
shit.
I've
Like,
enjoyed a few Brentford games as well. I
yeah,
can't, and
Brentford are
Fulham
good
as
at the end of
well.
the day.
Because
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. All the good games though have been like from the teams that you wouldn't expect,
Yep,
like the Fulhams,
exactly.
like the Bournemouth, like the Forest, like I mean Villa. You kind of expect them to put on a bit of a show in it because
Yeah,
they're Villa. But even
I
they've
like
had
Villa.
some
Yeah.
stink fest
But you can excuse that a little bit though, because it's first season in Champions League, with
And they're
like the
doing all
big.
right.
Yeah, they're doing good, bro. They got PSG. They could win that. They could win that. Why not? They could actually win.
Well, there you go. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm gonna get. Let me look at the table real quick. Looking at the table, yeah.
Anyway,
Forest are comfy right now.
Yep.
They're 4 points clear of Chelsea, which means even if they lose their next game and Chelsea win, they're still third.
Yep.
Villa, there's only what 2 points between 7th and top 4.
Bruv, like the league is mad, yeah. Enjoy it is, yeah. It's only interesting from like 4th to 10th, but when your most interesting thing about the league is 4th to 10th, it's not a good league. This is the worst Premier League season ever. But it's not because, and I don't want to say like, when we're talking about Liverpool winning the league, I'm not going to use that as a reason. And not the Forest making Champions League and all
that. Don't disrespect Aaron Lennon, bro.
But I'm not going to use the Premier League season being bad as like an excuse for Liverpool winning the league and Forest like getting champs or whatever. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying just as a football fan, as a neutral, I don't want to watch any of that. I would not pay to watch any of that. I wouldn't watch any of that for free. I'm saying if I didn't have a YouTube channel, I think I would have found something else to do. I would have found a new hobby or something like that. Because the only reason why I'm watching football now is because I'm on YouTube. Like, there was a point, like 4 or 5 years ago, I stopped watching West Ham because, like, they were shit, like, part under Pellegrini and stuff. I was in college in that, 2019. And I didn't have a channel then, but I could do other stuff. And then lockdown came about. I was like, I do kind of miss football. And that's why I'm watching football again. Then I started a channel. Now that I have a channel, I'm in too deep. Let's just start building a big core audience. We start talking about other shit, which most of the streams go left now. We start talking about football, and then we start chatting shit because football's shit now. There's no talking points anymore. I'm watching bare players just pass it side to side now. I don't care. Like, there's no dynamism. There's no like star players to watch. Like, there's not even when we were growing up. There was like a Hazard, there was a Bale, there was a Suarez. Like, there's none of that anymore. There's none of that. I don't want to watch any of these, man. There's no like ballers that like I would pay to watch this individual. I can only one that can say that really in the world is Yamal, and then he's not in the Prem. In the Prem, there's no one. There's no one I'm paying to watch. I wouldn't pay to watch any of these lot. They're all just side to side merchants. And the only part is interesting is like Forest and Bournemouth. Like, the interesting games are like when Bournemouth beat Forest 5-0, or when Forest beat Brighton 7-0, or Bournemouth Liverpool when Bournemouth were on form and Liverpool were on form. Like, those are the interesting games, and that's it. I've not watched good West Ham game this season. Fuck me. No chance. Yeah. So,
and I this season shit, watched a fun Spurs game. I mean, the 4-0 away at City was alright. Like, cool, yeah, we beat City 4-0. But again, it was bittersweet because City was already going through a rough patch. Do you know what I'm saying? They just lost 4-1 to Sporting like 2 days before, 3 days before. So it was like, it didn't really like, and plus, I'm not gonna lie to you, yeah, beating Man City for me is we're kind of used to it at this point. Like, we know at some point in the season, Tottenham are gonna they're gonna get one over Man City, even if we only beat them once.
Yep, that's facts.
So again, stuff like that don't excite me. Again, I was at the 4-1 when we beat you lot 4-1. It wasn't exciting. The most exciting part of the game was when Kudus punched Van de Ven in the face.
Yep. He didn't even punch him properly, bro. That's the most angry thing about that was I wanted them to punch him properly. If you're gonna punch someone, you gotta connect. You didn't connect.
Yeah, you gotta start. You just gotta follow through. You gotta double down, man.
Bro, that was a handbag. That was a handbag. Like, he didn't even slap him properly. He didn't even slap him. You gotta connect. Like, if you're gonna get a red card, do it properly.
So you see what I'm saying? Like, it's for me, yeah. This season's been so. It's just been a season of shit, man. And again, this is why I understand why people like Lee Gunner and that say the Premier League is just dead. It's just dead. Do you know what I'm saying? I really understand it. But on a more positive note, because we're in the London penitentiary, I wanna give some credit to another London club that I think deserves. I think their fans. I've spoken to a few Palace fans actually, and this is the happiest I think I've ever seen any of them. Do you know what I'm saying? Big up Crystal Palace, bro, because they're cooking right now.
Yeah.
They're cooking right now. 4 wins in 5. They're moving hot. they're moving hot, bro.
Yeah, they're in the semi-finals as well. FA Cup.
And they're in the semi-final. Imagine if Palace win the FA Cup.
I can't have that. And we're not rivals yet. I just don't like their fans. But like, I'm gonna give credit where it's due because like I'm not a prick. But it's just a case of like, bro, I really like their players. I've always liked their players. Like I like Adam Wharton. I like Eze. I've always liked
Wait,
Eze.
you
I've
don't like their fans?
No. Their fans take the piss. The reason why I don't like their fans think we're rivals. We're not. But also, I've seen a couple Palace fans say that they're bigger than West Ham. And when you look up Crystal Palace honours, runners up comes up. The first
They
thing that
haven't
comes
won
up
a
when you say,
trophy ever, have they?
so how are you bigger than a club that's won 3 FA Cups and Cup Winners' Cup, like 2 European trophies? Like, anyway, like I'll give credit where it's due, innit? Like Adam Wharton, that man is a player. Like Eze, like he's a great player, but like Adam Wharton, he's come back and he's like they were already on form since December. He's made their midfield even better. Like him and Lerma together, if it's him and Lerma, then it's him and Decore or whatever. Like Glasner is getting Palace to play now. How I was expecting them to start the season because I predicted them to finish like 9th or something because they were like their run at the back end of the season was so good. But I think it took them a while to settle without like a Michael Elise because he was that player that would combine with Eze all the time. But like players like Mitchell, who's always consistent, never gets talked about. Don't know why he doesn't get in the England squad because we don't have any left backs. Adam Wharton again should be starting alongside Rice. You pair them up two together, you've got a solid midfield. Someone like an Eze has been one of my favourite players for years because I watched the Championship and I was watching him at QPR and I watched him at West Ham and then he went to Palace because obviously we're fucking tight. But my whole thing is with Palace as well, like they always do like find some form of form at the back end of the season. So if they can use this to win their FA Cup, I'll hold my hands up and say fair play. Because I feel
defensively, bro, they're not even defensively. They're really not bad either. I can't lie. They've only conceded really 35 goals.
Yeah, they're really organized. Like they've got that balance though. That's what I asked for in teams in general. It's like, can you give me that balance of being decent attacking wise, but also hard to beat defensively? And that's what they do. Like with the way they play, they could do so much with that 3-4-2-1 formation where you just jump in from attack to defense so easily. And I feel like they do that so well, man. Like Mark Gay is another one. I don't know how he hasn't got a big move yet. I feel like alongside the right centre back, he's good. Like he's like good against like he's good with a proper physical, tall centre back of stature. Like not against another like ball playing centre back or whatever. That's just gonna be meaty. But with like an Adam Wharton, very, very good dictator in the midfield, but also for Mateta, he's been on form again. Like he's one of them players that like I don't rate to the highest order, but at the same time, like it Glasner's got him playing, man. He's got the best out of him in the right system. And like for me, I think Mateta's like slightly overrated at times. I don't know why he's getting linked with big moves and that. I think he should just stick at Palace because I feel like if he goes into another system, he ain't gonna be the same John Philippe Mateta as you're seeing. Because before Mateta was doing this with Glasner, we were talking about him like he's one of the worst strikers in the league and stuff. So like,
By the way,
people are doing a better
revisionism.
Yeah, I just saw that Harvey Barnes scored, so even worse. Their former
Why
player.
Why has Isak not had a shot on target yet? Come on, Isak. Isak, what are you playing at?
He ain't done fuck all, I'll be real, but he hasn't had to do anything. But yeah, man, like I hope Palace do well to the extent. I can't imagine winning anything, but like good luck in it. Good luck against Forest because Palace Forest in the semi-final. I want non-Big Six teams to take the FA Cup seriously. That's why I demand on my club.
Yeah, I think you can get into it. It's kind of refreshing to see. Like, I don't like to say smaller clubs. Yeah, I don't like referring to clubs as smaller teams. But in reality, they are smaller teams. If we're talking about financially and in terms of the stature of their club, I love seeing them go for cups, bro. Because like, as much as it hurt my heart to see Newcastle lift that Carabao Cup, because it's like it should have been us, innit? Like it should have been me. Like, you know what I'm saying? As much as it hurt my heart, bro, in my head, I was kind of like, I'm happy for these fans, bro. because this is what you want to experience. It's the best feeling in the what, like you can't. Man. It's unmatched, bro. There's no. I don't care what no one says. No one can tell me that the feeling of lifting a cup is not up there with the greatest things ever, bro. Do you know what I'm saying?
It's the best.
Especially when you've waited so long,
bro.
I think
especially when
different.
when you haven't won anything, like in my lifetime, but like, for me, I never saw anything apart from the Conference League. Like I saw a playoff final that don't hit. That hits for the day. It don't hit for like when we won the Conference League, I was drunk for 3 days straight. Like I was just drinking. That's what I was doing, bro. Like that was the best. That was the best, bro. I got too drunk. I was thrown up in my house. Like, but it's Palace Villa. Sorry, not Palace Forest, Palace Villa. But that's a good game as well. Like I feel like
I'll have you know, yeah, 2008, yeah. I'll have you know the first Thursday your boy witnessed live was that final. So
hey, the first season I witnessed live, we got relegated. So fair enough, man.
You know what I'm saying? That's why do you think I talk about trophies so much, bro? Because it's an experience, yeah. But imagine you go out, yeah, to your first football match with your pops, and you see your team win a cup. What's a better? And you're a little kid as well. What's a better experience than that?
There's nothing better than that as a football fan. If you're a football fan, that's what you want to experience.
You get me? Your pops loves to act like he don't cry, and then that full time whistle goes, and you're looking at pops like this, and he's, you know what I'm saying? He's balling out, man. But hey, moving away from that, yeah. London it's been a terrible week for London. Well, I say everyone in London apart from me, I guess. You know what I'm saying? Chelsea, man. What on earth is wrong with that football club? What's wrong with that football club, bro?
I don't know why I chose to watch that game.
Musti, what is wrong with your club? Like, that was one of the stinkiest games. Because fortunately, yeah, I can go back and rewatch the full 90 minutes of games. So whenever I'm like not at home and I miss a game, yeah, for whatever reason, I just go back and watch the 90 minutes. Bro, I got to 65 and stopped. I can't lie to you. What on earth was that, bro?
I watched that game. I was just again watching side to side nonsense, bro. Like I can't like with Chelsea, when I saw it again.
Actually, hold on, sorry, Musti, mate. I have you're looking at a 2-time Europa League winner. Have some manners. Continue.
You didn't see it though. You didn't see it. Fuck's sake, man. For fuck's sake. Oh,
and Musti's going mad.
Bro, he hates Maresca. Yeah, like, do you know what it is with Maresca? Yeah, like, oh my days. By the way, Pat Sadaka, just shot and it hit 2 posts. It didn't go in, he hit 2 posts. But yeah, Leicester, fucking hell. But speaking of Leicester, Maresca, yeah. I feel like Maresca, I need to see him, what he's like next season. Like, I can't speak for Chelsea fans in it. I understand if you want him out. I understand if you don't want him out. It's kind of like that sort of thing. I can see both sides. But my whole thing is that some of his selections have been naive. Like everything he's doing is everything I kind of expected him to do, but just 2 league places higher than I thought. Because I predicted him to finish 6th. Obviously, again, as I said, I watched the Championship. Last season, he was doing so well, and then he fucking bottled the league, like, because he doesn't do well in away games, like, against, like, physical sides. That's what Leicester used to struggle with. As much as Chelsea have got physical players, like they just come off so naive. And I saw a stat, by the way, they haven't won an away game this year in the calendar year.
What?
They haven't won an away game, but they're still 3rd, or they're still 4th. Sorry. So it kind of like that's how shit the league is.
This is why the league has been shit, because you cut it. There's no way if this was a really good like season in terms of viewing wise, yeah, that Chelsea get away with that. They don't get away with that in hindsight. They don't stay fourth in the table. They dropped her about eighth, seventh, sixth. Do you know what I'm saying? And again, I get this Maresca talk, but I don't know what the problem is at Chelsea. I can't lie. I think I don't know if it's their attack. Their midfield looks solid. Defensively, yeah, I mean they got a few injury-prone defenders and whatnot, but defensively they don't even look that bad. So is it just this attack that they need to? What is it with like Chelsea's attack being cursed?
Do you know what it is though? It's bad squad building. Like it's like half the players that they bought in the summer they tried to sell in January. So clearly they didn't even believe in their own transfer window because half of them didn't even play, and then their depth left, and a lot of their depth were hyped in the summer, but a lot of them haven't played. It's been kind of like similar players that have always played. Like their midfield is not really many problems there. Like Caicedo, Fernandes, cool, you're doing your job. Caicedo's been brilliant for a year and a half minimum. With their attack, they needed Jackson back for a long time. He makes certain runs that just gets the best out of some of their players. Like the reason why Palmer, like I'm not saying this like this is an excuse for Palmer, but the reason why he's so good is because Jackson makes the runs where he can like put certain like through balls through where Jackson can stretch the play. Like Sancho, like as much as I like Sancho, he takes too many touches on the ball and doesn't shoot enough. With Pedro Neto, he's not the same player as he was at Wolves. I don't think he can handle the pressure at a bigger club. That's how he plays. Like as much as I rate him as a player, I don't think he can handle the pressure. I feel like as well with Maresca though, he doesn't like he'll make like for like changes if he's trying to chase a game. He won't like put an extra striker on. He won't move certain players around too tough. It will just be the same formation but different personnel, which I don't like managers like that because it's very one dimensional where you're so robotic in your system, even when you're chasing the game, you're sticking with the same like side to side passing, everyone's in the same position. Put an extra striker on. Put an extra striker on, move a midfielder, move a fullback higher, do something different. Do something different because that changes the game. When your actual plan A isn't working, where's your plan B in certain games? That's what I don't get. That's what I don't get. I think Caicedo's a magnificent player. I think he's been probably the best midfielder in the Premier this season. Not gonna lie, man.
He deserves his flowers this season, man. Because Caicedo has been. I see he's proved that he was worth the money, bro.
Yeah.
That is an example of someone who has proved that he's worth the money, fam. And look, I understand Chelsea fans are a bit frustrated with Maresca. I always saw Chelsea more suited to the back three, back five like type football. I've just thought that's always just been Chelsea's whole, you know what I'm saying? I mean, yeah, maybe back a day when they had Terry, when they had, you get me? Then yeah, maybe they could have run the little back four, but I just think now it just doesn't work. It doesn't work. However, like you said, the poor squad building can't be overlooked. The poor spending, just throwing money at this just shows you, bro. Throwing money at a problem doesn't stop it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
if you got a deep wound, just putting a plaster over it isn't gonna stop the fact that you've just been stabbed. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's not gonna stop the. You know, it's. God bless Caicedo. See, that's what I'm saying. Chelsea fans love Caicedo, man. Man said cocaine Kante. Oh my.
He's just he's just a Kante of an anger issue. Like, that's what he is, bro. Like they always sign good midfielders. Like no matter what era of Chelsea it is, they always sign like really good midfielders. Like, that's what they've always had in the Premier League.
Midfielders are something that Chelsea, they always get their recruitment right when it comes to their midfield, man. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But this is why I think, bro, if you have a two-man midfield or like a three-man midfield of Caicedo, Lavia, and Palmer, that is you get me? That's a good midfield.
Even Enzo's been playing well recently. Like he's been playing well the past few months.
Been playing well. Obviously, I know a lot of the Chelsea faithful don't really rate Enzo. I don't either. I think he's too on and off, man.
I think
want my midfielders to be consistent. Like he's a bit too on and off for me.
I think he's really good when he has someone like a Caicedo next to him, innit? But like, I feel like for me, people can't be putting him in the same level as Caicedo, like because Caicedo is so consistent. like unbelievably consistent. Like he's a level above most of their other players, where they can't be pairing someone like an Enzo next to him. I think he is a good player, but I feel like he's got a lot more to prove to me to be great, to be a great player. Like I feel like he is one of the better midfielders in the league. However, that's not saying much. Caicedo is one of the best midfielders in the league at his age, and even just in general, because the guy doesn't have a bad game. He'll have one moment of madness. He won't have a bad game. Like it's quite rare, to be honest with you. With Enzo, I feel like for me, like he just needs to prove it on a more consistent basis. I want to see what they're all like in the Champions League next season. I want to see what they're all like in the Champions League next season, because it's going to be a different level. Chelsea haven't been in the Champions League for a couple of seasons. Like this is probably the longest they've gone in a minute. To be honest, it's weird that you don't see Chelsea in the Champions League for this long.
It's been a while since we've seen Chelsea in the Champs, isn't it?
Yeah, it's been a while. So I'd like to see how they place the level. They were the season after that, and I think that was their last season. No, 2 seasons after that. 2 seasons. Yeah. It was a season when they had Potter. That was the last season. There was 2 seasons ago.
Yeah, I remember because they I think they had what team did they have in their group? Was it Dortmund?
No, they had Dortmund in the knockouts.
Oh, in the knockouts, they had one
AC Milan
and Prague. What's that team called? Is it Prague?
Yeah. I think it's Prague. Yeah, I think that's Salzburg. I think that's Salzburg as well, if I remember correctly. But I want to see what they're like when they step up the levels. Like Palmer will be on a bigger stage. Like more eyes are going to be on him. Like it's going to be interesting.
All eyes are going to be on Palmer. But I don't think he'll care, man. I think he's too nonchalant to care, bro. But moving away from Chelsea, bro. Yeah, let's talk about your club. Then we'll talk about my club and wrap up. 2-2, man. The Bournemouth. That pissed me off because you should have just lost so I could win some peas. But chat to me, bro. What's going on at West Ham? Are you already pissed with Potter? Is it Potter? Is he the problem? Are you mad with the players? Like, where are you at now with West Ham, bro? Because 14th and 15th, respectively, is just dark. Do you know what I'm saying?
We're 16th.
Oh, you're 16th. Damn.
Yeah, we're 16th. I'm pretty sure anyway, because we ain't moved in a bit, and we've got 1 point. So I don't think we didn't take over anyone. We was 15th for a day, and then you lot won. We was 15th for a day, and then you lot won.
Minus 17 goal difference.
Yeah, but you know what it is? People will look at like I don't know what the fucking word is, that conglomeration or whatever the fuck the word is, of like losses and that, and people will look at Potter, even though he's been there since January. There's some weirdos online that will be like Potter out and all that. There's some weirdo YouTubers that are like Potter out and all that, but they're just, I don't know, they're just trying to get clicks. Like for me, Graham Potter hasn't had his team yet. We've got 0 midfielders that can kick a ball. None of our midfielders can kick a ball. Edson Alvarez, bozo. Ward-Prowse, bozo. Souček can pop up with a goal, but on the ball he's a bozo. Paquetá, crackhead. Kudus. Oh no, he's in tape most of the time. Well, that's how he plays anyway. Who else is there? Like Soler's our only good midfielder, but people don't want to talk about that because he's just a loan signing. But we're not even going to sign him on a permanent deal. So I need 3 midfielders minimum next season. I need Potter with his team. I need Potter with his team. Like, I need to see what he's gonna do with players that he's gonna get, sort of thing, and how he's gonna get the best out of them. Because what I like about him is he at least tries to switch it up when it goes wrong. He tries to change it up. Yeah. And the problem is we ain't got enough players that can play his style of football. But that's what happens when you don't have a good midfield. You will get beat every game. You'll lose every game because the game is won in midfield. Like Souček's got goals in him. Ward-Prowse, I don't know, he ain't got fuck all. Alvarez, he's like a centre back playing in midfield. Everyone that criticizes Rice for what Rice isn't good at is what Alvarez is. Because at least Rice had something at West Ham. Rice could win the ball back. Rice would shimmy away from players when he was pressed. He would put off a diagonal ball. He would drive with the ball. Alvarez can't do any of those things. He can't do any of those things. And I'm not even trying to compare like the next number 6 that West Ham gets to Declan Rice. But it's a case of, I know what I want in midfield. I want midfielders that are not stupid, that can pass the ball, and have got power. I want technique and power. It's quite simple. I said when Potter came in that we needed new midfielders. Now all the fan base is saying the same thing. But I've been saying it since he was appointed because Potter had Bissouma when he was good. Potter had Caicedo. Potter had Lallana. Potter had McAllister. Like Potter had Pascal Gross. These are technicians. These are technicians. Like, as much as Bissouma isn't good at your club now, Bissouma was good then. Everyone wanted him because it fit his system. He needs someone that fits his system to drive the ball from the first phase. And we don't have any of that. We don't have a left winger. We don't have anyone. Like, when Fulkirk went on the pitch, he brought a presence up front. He brought players in. It was good for him to get a goal in that. But we do need another striker that's a bit younger because he's injury prone. We bought an injury prone player again, as we've been doing for ever since I've been alive. So it's just a case of like, a lot of these players ain't good enough, man. A lot of these players ain't good enough. Like, as much as Lopetegui should have got more out of these players, they can't play Potter's football. So it's a different situation for different managers. The people that are blaming Potter now don't understand that the back end of the season is like, as I kept saying to people, it's the pre-season. It's basically, I'm going to play a system with all these players and let's see who survives. Who's going to survive my system? So he's trying to find the balance every single game. That's why he's making so many changes. He's not trying to do let's keep the same team until the rest of the season so that we can capitalize on something next season. No, because some of these players might not be here next season because of him. Because he's like, I don't want these players. Why would he? So I think 3 of these midfielders need to leave, and we need 3 midfielders in. We need 3 midfielders and a striker minimum. I'll be okay with the window if we get midfielders and a striker. We need more than that, but minimum 3 midfielders and a striker. We need a lot more. We need a goalkeeper, another centre back, and a left winger as well. But we need a lot of players. That's the problem.
So you're looking at a massive transfer window then in the summer.
Yep. We have to. We have to. Otherwise,
right. You've got Potter in that. I'd say stick with him. Honestly,
yeah, definitely. But why we shouldn't be having this fucking conversation because like idiots online are talking about Potter out and all that. Who the fuck do you want now? Who do you want now? Like, these are the same people that were telling me Lopetegui with the pre-season when I was Lopetegui out of the 4 games. Oh no, you should give him time. What the fuck are you doing? It's a rebuild. Fuck off, man. Lopetegui's the worst manager I've ever seen at my club. And when we've got an actual coach, he's going to like give him 2 months, bro.
Either, man.
No,
he's
man.
not a manager. Potter's actually, if you give Potter some money to spend, let him bring in the right players, let him figure out his starting 11, the style of play that he wants to play in that, then bro, like, you get me? I think he can cook. I'm not saying that he's going to put on a top 4 charge or nothing like that. No, of course not. But West Ham shouldn't be sitting 16th in the table.
Yeah.
You know, well, the West Ham of recent years, anyways. Like, they just shouldn't be sat 16th in the table.
Look at the league.
I'd say 11th, 10th, anywhere between 11th to 7th is where I know West Ham to be. Do you know what I'm saying? Even breaking into 6th. Because let's have it right. We've seen it before.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. I need European challenge. When we're in the London Stadium, none of this like finishing 13th anymore. I need European challenges because that's what we were promised. So you get me a European challenge. Like, that's what I want. I want you to challenge for Europe. Like that's what I've been demand. That's what I always demand now because we moved to London Stadium. If this was Upton Park, I wouldn't be giving a fuck about what's going on. I don't care. I'm just there to get pissed and fuck off home. But like at the London Stadium, it's a bit different now. It's different. Like, for me, like, look at the league now, yeah? No one expected Forest to be there. No one expected Fulham, Bournemouth, Brighton to all be challenging. Big up Prime every single time.
Big up Prime.
Like, that's why next season, get me at least a few of the players that he would get the best out of. Get me midfielders and a striker. And then we could maybe get like 10th minimum. Maybe. If you get the right players. But I don't know. European.
I think that Enciso guy, he's on loan at Ipswich right now, but I think someone should go and pick him up, man. I think he's quality.
You know, quality. My only problem with him though, he's injury prone.
That's true.
So that's why we'll probably fucking sign him. We'll probably fucking sign him because of that. Probably sign him knowing us, bruv.
Yeah, that would be another injury prone player, man. Look, I hear it, man. I think it's fair to say West Ham have got a lot of work to do, and it's just about getting to the end of the season, man. Big up Rashid each and every time, my brother, man. I hope you're well, bro. I hope you're well. Big up, man. Big up. Hey, Rashid, we gotta get a show. We gotta get a show together, man. I don't know if you have Twitter or something, but I'll reach out to you. Let's set up a stream and defo talk, man. You know what I'm saying? Big up Rashid each and every time. Big up Lee. Big up Northside as well, man. I know Northside's probably happy right now, you know what I'm saying? Excited for that Madrid game. You know what I'm saying? Look, Arsenal fans, I know you thought we was gonna cook Arsenal, but I'm sat 50. Well, wait, hold on. Are we 14th now?
Yeah, you're 14th, bro.
We're 14th now. Hooray.
Yeah.
37 points.
I
You know
don't
what
care
I'm
where I
saying?
am. I'll always cook Arsenal. Yeah, pray for Madrid and all that, bro. That's what I'm
Come on,
saying.
man.
Pray
Big
for
up,
Madrid.
big up. Yeah, pray for Madrid and that. Come on, all of them things. But yeah, like Eric said, it's hard when others don't want to raise it, and that's fine because you know what? That brings me on to Spurs. Obviously, we beat Southampton 3-1. It's kind of just like, you know what I'm saying? Listen, there was no Chelsea fans on the review, bro. You know what I'm saying? It was just straight me and Elijah cooking. Me and Elijah cooking. Obviously, you see with Spurs, yeah, we win, but for us, it never. If I told you, I don't celebrate these wins no more because it feels like cheating. It feels like cheating, bro. I feel dirty. I just feel like, man, like, what's wrong with me? Do you know what I'm saying? What's wrong with me, bro? Obviously, 2 goals from Brendan Johnson and a penalty from Tell. Brendan Johnson is now our top goal scorer, which is just that's just. I'm living in a world, yeah, where Brendan Johnson is gonna win the Spurs Player of the Season.
Oh my days. Oh my days,
Just
bro.
think, let that sink in.
Oh my
Brendan Johnson is
days.
gonna win Tottenham's Player of the Season, bro.
And just for going on the streaks as well. This is what football's come to, man. It don't matter
For
about
for
like
8
what you do
back
in the
post
season, bro.
tap-ins, I can't. I'm
This
done.
this is why stats don't mean shit. Because like, listen, I could go on a bit of form, I go on a streak, and then get player of the season. But nobody talks about when I have stopped scoring for like fucking bare times, bro. Bare times. Like that's why I don't like. That's why I don't rate players like Rashford. That's why I don't rate players like him. But with Brendan Johnson, he's like so dog shit. So dog shit. Like anyone can run to the back post, bruv. Anyone can run to the back post. Like that's one of the easiest thing you should be able to do as an inside forward in the fucking Premier League. But
Yeah,
that's just all you need to know about where you lot are at right now, man. Like I've never seen Tottenham this bad. I've never seen Tottenham this bad. Like your attack is so shit, bro. So shit. That's nothing wrong with you. No, there's context, yeah. You've got on my channel. I've got the relationship theory. Basically, if your player's out of form, yeah, you've got to check their relationship status. If they're with someone, they need to dump them, bruv. If they're single, go and get something, bruv. Because that's what people don't like to admit it. They don't like to admit it, but different footballers need different things in life. Some players just need to go out on a limb and just start shagging. Some players need
go
to
out on a limb and just start shagging.
some players just need to keep themselves to themselves. Some players need to be settled down. That's the context of that. With Brendan Johnson, I don't know what his situation is. Obviously, they tried to say that he was shagging Lily Phillips, but
I
obviously that
believe
was a
that,
shit.
bro.
No,
I
bro,
believe that shit.
it wasn't true though. Bro, that affected him so much. He posted like a pic with his missus or something like that. Like, bro, don't let them
leaving
internet
leaving
rumors.
the what do you call it, the pregnancy place. I think him and his bird are having a kid. But
Fucking, maybe that might be his turn in form, bro. That might be his turn in form. You never know.
well, speaking of, you get me. Speaking of form, if we just look at Brendan Johnson's stats for the season, 11 goals in the Prem, 2 assists. 3 goals in the Europa League, 1 assist. So what's that? 14 goals. And 1 goal in the He scored 15 goals this season and got 3 assists. Bro, is Brendan Johnson about to score 20 goals in the season for Tottenham?
He could.
Is he about to have a 20-goal season?
But that's why football's shit.
Football is bad. If we look at another player who's been under a lot of scrutiny, James Maddison. What's your thoughts on Maddison? Because 9 goals in the Prem, 6 assists. In the Europa League, he's got 2 goals, 2 assists. And in the Carabao Cup, he didn't score. So, what are you making of Maddison season, man?
I think for me, I've always rated Maddison, but I feel like he just wants the game to come to him all the time nowadays. I feel like he doesn't take the games by the scruff of the neck anymore. I don't think he's been able to, when he's made that level to Tottenham. I don't think he's the one that's been like, okay, let me control the game. Let me like put my foot on the ball and do something. Because as much as I like him as a player, as a number 10, a quote unquote number 10, because listen, that's a dying breed in football. Like you got to put your foot on the ball and like take the game by the scruff of the neck and try and change it. I feel like with me, he is a good player. He is a good player, but at the same time, you go on too many streaks for you to be putting like conversations with so-called great players of this day and age of football. But I don't think he's a like negative at Tottenham. But at the same time, like he ain't exactly like a bright spark. Like you might don't have many of that this season. I feel like it's been quite a bit of a collective with how unbalanced your midfield actually is. But at the same time, if you had a better DM and a better 8, maybe you would see a better James Maddison. But at the same time, you've gone on too many streaky seasons for us to talk about you like about the what ifs. You're like 28 now. So you kind of got to switch it up eventually. Otherwise, you ain't making England squads. You're probably not anyway, but you ain't making England squads.
Yeah, I don't think he'll get us. I just think there's too many players now. He's just fallen completely out of favor, not just with coaches, but with the fans as well. Do you know what I'm saying? I think look, man, it's fair to say Maddison is coming to the. I think he's coming to the twilight of his career, bro. You know what I'm saying? He's in that twilight phase now, where he's almost like it's kind of now or never. And I think that having that in the back of your mind is a bit of a hindrance. I also think that's affecting another player who we're gonna talk about before I wrap the show. Heung-min Son. Heung-min Son, 7 goals this season in the Premier League, 9 assists. It's not looking good. It is not looking good for Son. In the Europa League, I believe he has 3 goals. So 11 goals from Son this season. Because he scored 1 in the cup. 11 goals from Son this season in all comps.
I'll be honest though, as much as I never rated him like as a world-class level, like I rated him as a player, but not a world-class level, I don't think Tottenham like should be relying on him. I blame more the club than him, because you're putting him out as captain, as the face of the club still. But we could already see, like I saw from last season, the guy was finished. Like, and the reason why is like you're playing a system now where like
17 goals in the Premier League last season, you know.
Yeah, and that's mad, isn't it? Like that's mad. But like when you're watching him, you know that the guy is a bit cooked in itself, because you're taking on players 1v1 on the touchline all the time. And listen, sort of like 5-6 years ago could do that, but he can't do that anymore. Like, why are you relying on him? You should be starting like a starting left winger now. You should be starting a starting left winger now, so he can like take a couple like appearances off, take a couple games off, and be a squad player, because that's what he should be. And I thought he was quite a streaky player at his time as well, and I thought he benefited a lot of Harry Kane's play. But at the same time, I blame more the club than him. I don't really blame him. Like, obviously, you can criticize him for his performances, but in the long term, and then just in the face of it, it's Tottenham's fault the why he's doing what he's doing, because you could just not play him, but you ain't got other options. Like, you signed Werner and he's shit. You signed Tell. What's the point? Like, who else is playing on the left? Odebear? Give me a break, bruv. Like, the man were hyping that fucking signing in the summer, bruv. And fans were crying about missing on Mateus Tell. Like, Man United fans. Like, give me a break, man. Like, so I think just sign a starting left winger, and that should be another priority for you, man, in the summer, because like a lot of your wingers are dog shit, in my opinion.
I think we have to go back in for Eze this summer. I think we got to put the money. We went in for him, and there was a disagreement on the wage, because I think he was asking for like over 100k. I think he was asking for like 150, and Levy didn't want to give him that because he'd automatically be one of our highest earners at the club. But it's warranted, bro.
Even Eze in that position though wouldn't make sense, because you're playing like a lot on like even transition. Like, you might have a new manager next season, to be fair, but like let's say you do have a new manager next season, then signing Eze makes sense. But signing Eze to play in the middle would make sense, because like if you're playing him on the wing where he's trying to like breeze past players, that ain't this game. You'll misuse him. You ain't gonna get the best out of him in that. Like, if you play him in Madison's position, that's perfect for him, because he's good at taking long shots as well. That's something you need. Someone that can just take shots from outside the box. You ain't got enough of that.
Do you know what I'd say as well? Yeah, Rashid. Do you know what I'd say, bro? The problem with playing Son through the middle, is that his ability is starting to fade, and you can see it. His first touch isn't as good anymore. Do you know what I'm saying? He can't hold the ball up because he's never been a hold-up striker. So in the system that we play, yeah, because we're always so high up the pitch, a lot of the time our striker's playing with his back to goal. He doesn't have space to run into.
Yeah.
That's why I
You know.
think Solanke does suit the system. He's
Yep.
just not of the quality that we need to
Yeah.
probably get the best out of, you know what I'm saying, out of our number 9. And I think that's why we've gone for the profile of like a Richarlison, a Solanke. We had Will Lancashire playing up front at some point. Do you know what I'm saying? Because for
Yep.
me, Son is the same type of player as Brennan Johnson. He's just an inside forward.
Yep.
That's why him and Harry Kane thrive so much. Because Harry Kane would play with his back to goal and Son could do the running. But I don't know, man. Yeah.
I feel
Son
like
can't
also
hold
though,
the
like
ball.
if when you see a player losing technique, they never had it in the first place. But what I mean by that is that his first touch was a lot based off like confidence in the system, rather than him just having a be born with what he is. But you can just see him losing his first touch. It's just him losing the will to play the game, sort of thing. Like he doesn't have confidence to say he's not the same Son that's just like excited to like run at players, do that typical step over he does to the side and then smack it. He doesn't do that anymore because he's just not confident. And Tottenham, as shit as they are, you ain't got a leader. You ain't got a leader to rise and get Tottenham back on their feet. And the thing is, I think a lot of that responsibility, obviously, that's been put on him, and I think that's taken a toll on him as well, and that's affecting this play. I don't think he takes well to being a captain and being the face of a club. I feel like he's trying to force himself to do it too much because he ain't got a choice. There's no other senior players to do that.
Yeah, man, and just the fact that you don't even really see him after a few of the games. Obviously, we've lost. Look, everyone's seen it on the internet. You lot have seen the fans, and rightly so. In it, like I don't think a lot of people have seen what Tottenham fans get like when they get mad in it, and
Yeah.
when Spurs fans have had enough, they've had enough because we put up with a lot of shit, bro. Like we
Yeah.
put up with a lot of crap. So when Tottenham fans have had enough, bro, they're gonna let you know about it, innit? They're gonna voice their opinion. And I thought that this is why, yeah, you don't really see Son go over to the away fans anymore and clap them off. You don't see him doing the press conferences no more and doing the. It's now Maddison. You got Maddison doing it. Do you know what I'm saying? It's or Decky's doing it. You know what I'm saying? Romero. I don't think I've ever seen him do a press conference for Spurs, and he's meant to be our vice captain. You know what I mean? It was usually Vicario as well, which I like Vicario. I like his character. You know what I'm saying? I think he said in his interview when he signed for Tottenham that he would have signed his name on the contract with blood if he had to. You know what I'm saying? Like, and listen, he's come from a tiny club in Italy, bro. You know what I mean? I hear it.
Yeah, I hear it.
I
hear it.
If you're gonna go out and get like these unknown players, bro, go and get someone who's gonna wear the shirt, bro, and for 90 minutes they're gonna run. They're gonna give everything. These players look like they're on the beach. They look like they're on the beach, and this is why I said I can't get happy with these little wins, bro. These wins against flipping Southampton and the Ipswiches and that, it don't mean nothing to me, bro.
No,
because when it matters, look, we got Frankfurt on Thursday. Yeah, when it matters, are you gonna step up? Big quarter final on Thursday. Are you gonna step up and get us through to that semi final? Because I promise you, you don't think I'm angry. If we win the quarter final and go to the semi, you're gonna see me smiling.
Yeah, of course.
You're gonna see me smiling, like
of course.
the heck, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. It's just the life of being a Tottenham fan. Big up everyone that's been in the chat, though. I'll be back here at 12 with George tomorrow for Cave Conversation episode 11, I think. I think we're on episode 11 now. So, yeah, man. Max, what you got coming up, though?
I'm live at 10 with Alfie for the GBO show. We've got guests coming on we're doing a Champions League preview show. So we've got Zir, Alfie, Omar, and True Guna. That's confirmed. There might be a couple more guests as well. But yeah, like we're doing a Champions League preview, man. So Arsenal, Real Madrid, Bayern, Inter, all of that. So come and join us at 10, man.
Yeah, man. I'm going to do this. Don't worry.
Good idea, man.
We're going to do this. We're going to do this. We're going to do
that'll
a
be sick.
bench cell. You know what I'm saying? But people, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you guys go and sub to Mike. His link is in the title and it's pinned as well in the chat. So go and show him some love. I'm going to go and get something to eat because I'm bloody hungry. And yeah, Eric, send it to me on Twitter. My Twitter is Oh my God, you know, I just realized
What?
we've
You
done
have
the
the
whole
banner.
show with no banner. No banner. We've done the whole show with no banner. Oh my days. Guys.
Oh, it happens, man. It happens.
It happens to the worst of us. But before I end the show, yeah, I just have to. Every show now, before we end, I'm gonna run this clip. I'm gonna run it.
Battle. Then I don't think there's many out there.
What about my boy Martinelli? Like, we all know him. He's known for. Come on, man. You know what I mean? Like, I've seen.
What's that?
Oh, he's a legend for that. He's a legend for that. Oh my days.
He's goated. He's goated. Big up
that.
my boy Ghosted as well for putting Mike's
Appreciate
link in the chat. But yeah, people, I'm gonna run. Have a good evening. Hug your mother. Tell her you love her. And out. And I'm gone. Peace, people.